Hey everyone, my name is Nev, and I'm the director of the Resist Trump campaign. We are here today on the Boycott MAGA call. The Resist Trump campaign coaches activists to lead lawful, nonviolent civil resistance to Trump and his enablers. We hold this Boycott MAGA call every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a public call. We welcome you to join us. And we are going to be talking today about our upcoming boycott of Home Depot that we are just about to start planning. So join us here today in today's video that we're going to be posting on YouTube that you're probably seeing it on now. And please come and join us in the call on Fridays. Thanks. So welcome everyone. I'm sharing my screen. I think where we were right before we were started recording was talking about how do we get started with this boycott. So let me just zoom in a little bit and let's continue the conversation from where we left off.
Something else we could do is look at the other boycotts in progress, the other organizations that have been promoting this boycott. See what they're doing.
Oh, the Home Depot boycott, you mean, or boycotts of other
Yeah,
companies?
exactly. Home Depot.
Oh, got it. Great. Dustin, go ahead. Or DG.
Yeah, I think we might start by notifying the Home Depot of our intent to boycott them.
Interesting. Very good.
I think it would be useful if we created a standardized graphic that can be shared easily on social media with like boycott Home Depot, some bullet points as to why, and that can be easily passed around on social media, the modern day pamphlet.
Nice. Love it.
I have some Trump did this stickers. We should apply. We should attach that to whatever thing we send to Home Depot or how our I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Love it.
A similar idea to the standardized graphics, um, having just talking points in general that you had mentioned, but also you look at kind of how people are doing the Tesla takedown, where people are just outside. It could allow people outside the parking lots to answer questions to people who may be going in at that very moment.
Got it. So like talking points for activists willing to dissuade consumers from entering Home Depot. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, kind of like
Got it.
micro protests.
Nice.
So knowledge for them.
Nice. Uh, DG, go ahead.
Yeah, at the expense of kind of letting everybody know how ignorant I am, we might consider somehow hashtagging our boycott some way on if we're picketing or if we're have signs out in front of so that everybody that wants questions can get to us easily.
Is the idea there to come up with a hashtag for the boycott? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, some way of if the general public sees and wants is it finds interest and wants to follow up with us, some way for them to find us easily.
Got it. Okay, cool. Great. Love it.
I'm not really sure how hashtags work, but yeah.
No, I think it makes sense. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I see a lot of people have raised their hands. Let me just
Hey,
address them. And yeah,
Nev, sorry, I'm trying to go in order here in the chat. And there was a question about whether or not it was legal or illegal, lawful or unlawful to dissuade customers from going into a store. And I wanted you to answer that, please.
okay, so I'm gonna preface this that this is not legal advice. However, my understanding is that if you're on the private property, speaking in a certain way, and a business wants you removed, they can remove you. So it may be that gray area where um, if you do so discreetly and they don't notice you, maybe it's fine, or maybe it's safer to do so on the sidewalk outside of Home Depot just to be safe.
I'd say sidewalk is definitely a better
Yeah,
approach.
I think that's right. Okay, let's go to Jeffrey, please. Jeffrey, are you on
You're
mute?
muted. I'm unmuted now. I think the idea of notifying Home Depot of our intent is really good. Um, so they get it. But I think we need to have a uniform message to, just basically a plate template letter that we hand them out. So we're not telling Home Depot in Peoria something different from what we're telling them in Oklahoma. It needs to be, a short, almost like a press release, just a short bullet point to the point. And then we could also send it out as a press release to our area newspapers and TV stations.
Love it. Love it. People have got, okay, John, we go to John. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to, sorry, John, I'm just going to interrupt you for 1 second. I'm going to rein this in after everyone's hands are down, and I'll just do one more take around the crowd. And then we'll try to kind of categorize these and maybe even see if people want to take the lead and run with it. And then come back to us next week with just kind of updates on whatever they've been up to. Sorry, John, go ahead.
So following a suggestion that David had, I've been working on a gamification of boycotting. I posted some of the stuff that I have in Discord, and the idea is to sort of make a game of it so that people are actually, in order to get points and get ahead, they're doing the sorts of things that will strengthen the boycott, like spreading the word, or doing further things like trying to find alternatives to Home Depot, or like creating memes and stuff like that can help support the narrative of the boycott. So I think that could be a great idea. I mean, it's sort of in progress, but I just wanted to share that as something that I think it's compatible with all the ideas that people have been sharing. And so I'd love to sort of incorporate them into the game. Anyway, I also would love to get feedback, because I mean, it seems doable, but I don't think I should just be trying to figure it out all by myself. I'd love to sort of work with people who have ideas about it, get feedback, and so on. So yeah.
Thanks, John. I think it's a really great idea. I didn't get the chance to read your document, and just so people know, for our activists who are on this call, we have an online community on a platform called Discord that you can get to right away. By going to our website, resisttrump.us, and joining our online community. There is a channel that is very easy to find that says Boycott MAGA. And you can join that channel and just continue the dialogue there asynchronously with all of us. You can also have a private username. I will stress that Discord is not an end-to-end encrypted environment. And so you should just assume that all of your communications can be surveilled, period. Let's go to DG and then to SO.
Yeah, I just wanted to say two things about that. You can use VPNs for Discord. That helps. Also, the other thing I was going to say is, if we get a big enough reaction to this, the federal government is going to just declare us being illegal. So I mean, everybody needs to get used to that fact. Anything that goes against the regime is going to be deemed illegal, whether or not it is or not.
Okay, noted. So 2 comments there. One was that you may want to use a VPN if you want to remain more, undetectable if you're on Discord or other websites. And the second comment that DG made is that there may be risk involved with this. Thank you for that comment. I don't know if I actually agree with that fully, but I appreciate the comment for sure. Let's go to SO. Go SO, please.
Yeah. Well, I'll say I agree with the not being illegal, but I do think that they're going to start looking at like tax exempt statuses of nonprofits. But I was going to say, kind of combining the two ideas of notification to Home Depot and looping in influencers and coalition partners, see who we can get to sign on to the notification, so that it's not just that it's coming from one person, but also do a petition, just say we already have this many people who have said, and like we haven't even really publicized it yet. Call it that.
Love it. Love it. Petitions, by the way, are a really effective tool. I recently was part of a group that obtained 3,300 signatures to dissuade the University of Texas from adopting the compact on excellence in higher education from our beloved president. And it worked. UT didn't sign the compact. So love the idea of a petition. We do have some software tools that we can use to make a petition more real. Thank you for that suggestion. I think that's all of the hands that I see up. So what I would like to do, guys, right now, is just kind of summarize and reflect on the ideas that we've been populating this list with. So the question again was, how do we get started? And you can see a number of ideas there, maybe like 15 or 20 ideas. Would love for someone or people on this call to like give me some like categories so we can like kind of wrap this down into like maybe 3 or 4 like areas, and maybe spend a few minutes doing that, and then maybe we can invite people to like lead those areas. Does that sound okay? Okay. Any ideas on? Thank you. Any ideas for how to categorize these ideas?
One seems to be like literature. So that would be the graphic, that would be the script, that would just be the talking points that we can easily distribute and put in different forms.
Nice. Literature. Nice. Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, in my game that I've got so far, I've identified like 4 main categories of things people can do. So maybe we could we could use that. I mean, one is spreading the word, getting the word out. The second one is what I call it deepening your goodbye, which is basically like doing more than just not purchasing, right? So you're like, if you have a Home Depot app, you uninstall it, get rid of your account. Also start to explore alternatives like looking at Lowe's or whatever. The third is expressing your creativity, which is where that would fit in. Anything capable of shaping the narrative around the boycott, like arguments or memes and all that stuff. And then the fourth one is basically like facilitating the management of the boycott itself, right? So helping, the sort of thing we're doing now, I guess. But yeah, if people wanted to help out with the management of the boycott, that would also get them points. So I don't know whether those 4 categories work, and if they don't, I should change them so that they do. But anyway, that's just a suggestion about, so those are the 4. Supporting the team is what that 4th one, I call that 4th one.
Supporting the team. Okay. I like it.
Spreading the word, deepening your goodbye, expressing your creativity, and supporting the team. Those are the 4 categories. I don't know if it should.
It's nice. Yeah. It's
solid, John.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Cool. And actually literature is interesting to me anyway, because I feel like it can kind of wrap in underneath spreading the word, and we can think of like, how to launch a boycott in like the framework that John has spent time thinking about and just offered us. I'm good with that. Like the general kind of like framework of the process, right? Like spreading the word, deepening your goodbye, expressing your creativity, and supporting the team. I like that. I think it's good.
This is Sterling.
Right.
2 comments. One is some of these call for somebody to determine some real facts that would need to be reported back. So I would call that research. But let's see, finding partners, influencers, somebody to research the boycotts in progress against Home Depot. So I see that as separate from literature and separate from the game.
Got it. Nice. Thank you. That's a good point. Research doesn't connect to me in terms of the framework, but I'll let John respond to that in a second. DG, go ahead.
Hi, yeah, a couple things. I don't know if anybody saw my thing in the chat, but if I'm not mistaken, if we do a petition to the White House and we get a million signatures, I think the White House is apparently triggered to respond. I don't know if there's any that could make any kind of a tactical thing for us, but it might be interesting because it does two things. It's aggressive towards the regime, but also it gets the name out, so to speak, because anybody that goes to the White House website is going to see the petitions. Secondly, everything John just said, I agree with thoroughly. I really want to raise him up and maybe flesh his ideas out a little bit more. I mean, this is the start, guys, but if we put all of our minds together, we can come up with some really, really cool stuff. I really truly believe. So
Awesome, DG. Thank you, man. John, did you have a response on whether or not research falls into your framework?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a great question, and it certainly should. I mean, I guess it could go in supporting the team. I could potentially expressing your creativity, but I mean, the more important thing is just to make sure I understand like all the various benefits of research. I'm not saying it's not beneficial, but I'm not sure I have a good sort of sense of it. So I'd like to understand that first. Like, how is research beneficial? And once I understand that, then I can figure out how it goes in there, either in one of those categories or maybe a new category, or rejiggering it, whatever. Right? It's anyway, yeah. So but I mean, I don't know if now is the time to do that, but I definitely would like to understand better like that, how we're going to use that research to strengthen the boycott. Not that it's
well. This is Sterling. Let me follow up on that. There are ideas, and then there are facts, and so for some of these items, we need to know facts, not what somebody thinks off the top of their head. And so, alternative merchants. Who are the influencers out there who are being successful? Those are things that we may think we know, but somebody actually looking into those areas can report back to Nevin et al. That's my thinking about what research means.
Research is sounding like foundational, like it's like where everything takes off from. Like if you have that foundation of that information, then you can apply it with the game. Like it sounds like it comes before, like that's for the foundation of it, and then it gets applied in the framework of what we're calling the game right now.
Yes. So I think you have two kind of portions of what we're talking about. You have more of the campaign's job and the participant's job. So that research is something that falls with the campaign in the preparation for the boycott. And so that's not something to necessarily expect all of the participants to do. And so you have the categorizations kind of for the organization and then for the individual. So it sounds like the gaming is kind of like the role of the participants. Like how are they in their day-to-day life getting involved? And so the research informs them so that they know what to do.
Thanks, SO.
Yeah, I'll just say something quick about that. Or yeah, I mean, it's just, I think definitely needs to be research done sort of before the game starts. That's absolutely right. But I mean, we want to know, like, could we crowdsource some research? I mean, there's no reason. One thing that's cool about the game is that it's easy to just add something that people can get points doing. So if we figure out like, okay, like why not recruit people to do certain types of research if they want to, right? It's like a division of labor. There's lots of different ways that people can strengthen the boycott. Maybe doing research is one of them. And if we think there's good enough chance of that it's worth including in the game, then we just give some points for that, and then see if people want to do it, great. If not, then that's fine because they can do other things. Yeah. Anyway, so this question as to, like, how much do we want to incentivize people to do research? And I just don't know the answer to that question. I'm interested to hear more.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I want to thank Sterling for the comment because it provoked a really interesting discussion. I think we want to figure out how to bring research into it, whether it's before, as Francesca has suggested, or it's kind of integrated into the process as SO suggested. Britt, I'm going to go ahead and wrap unless there's something. Okay, cool. So guys, and for all of the viewers out there, again, this is the Resist Trump campaign boycott MAGA call. And we are a group, a campaign that coaches activists to lead lawful, nonviolent civil resistance to Trump and his enablers. You can visit this call again on Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find the call by going to our website, clicking on attend a virtual community event. You can find it very easily that way. You can register on Mobilize through that, and we would love to see you in upcoming weeks. If you would like to give to our crowd fund, we definitely would appreciate it. That would go to help pay for staff salaries, technology, and all the things that make this campaign even more effective, so that we can coach more activists like you guys. So thanks again for joining us today, folks on YouTube and elsewhere, and we'll see you next time.